All right. Thank you very much, the good man Shift. As always, good to listen to the Golden Pipes. Cruz, how do you feel about that new setup here on the schedule? I mean, 180 teams, that's a lot of work. You really got to put together something creative, and I think they did a great job.
I love the new system. 180 teams broken into eight different big divisions, and then those divisions get broken into just the smaller divisions, and then you basically are gonna get the top six or five or six teams from each division facing off against each other. It's going to be such good competition, and then even those lower tier teams, the teams that aren't doing as well, they're going to get to play against the other teams that aren't doing as well, help them build up, get stronger themselves, and then hopefully be able to build up to a chance where they can be one of these top teams eventually.
Yeah, I really like that change. Coming out of last year, I know there were times through the end of the season where people are like, come on, this one's going to be a blowout, doesn't have anything on the line. But with this new system, everyone has something to play for. If you're in that upper bracket, you want to get those clean entries to the playoffs. Don't even think about qualifications. And if you're in the lower section, you're fighting just to even have a chance and not get instantly kicked out. You will always have close competition. And I think it'll lead to very exciting matchups in Split 2. But right now, we're still sitting here in Split 1, and we got a good game to kick things off today. First matchup of the day, Laurentian University going up against Sheridan College. What are you feeling about this one?
I mean, so I haven't really gotten to see too much of either of these teams yet. I saw Sheridan played in a different tournament a little while back on Cold War. Didn't do too hot. I believe they finished 8 through 12. It's not the greatest, not the worst. There wasn't too many teams in that tournament, so definitely finished towards the bottom side of that. But they did get beat by a very good team in themselves. So don't really know too much about Laurentian either. We haven't really seen them play here. I couldn't find any information on them before this in terms of CCL or any other college leagues that they were in. So it's really just going to be some fresh stuff. But I feel like we're going to be in for a very good match tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, we looked it up. We hit up the Wikipedia and we saw they're only about 4 hours away from Sheridan. So that could be a pretty close regional rivalry. It's not like you're playing someone from across the country. I would be very interested, though, to see how this one is going to shake out. Let's start, though, by getting a little bit familiar with the players on each team, starting with your home squad of Laurentian. They got the setup of Bridger, Obido Cam, Kilgannon and Kilgannon 2, I believe, are the rosters we have been given. And I am waiting to load into this lobby and see if these two guys really did name themselves the same thing with a different number at the end.
Yeah, if they if they did, I think we suggested earlier we're gonna call the first one Kilgannon and the other one's just gonna be called 2 if that's the case.
He just gets to be number 2. If you're gonna try and meme on me, I'll meme you right back. If you're
Absolutely.
I'm
I'm
actually
on
not even
page 2
sure if
there.
Kilgannon or Kilganon or anything. So if there are any LU fans in the chat, and this always goes for every team, let us know if we have these pronunciations wrong. The COD guys are a little bit iffy with the way they spell things now and then, and we want to bring the most accurate thing to the table. You're a man that lives right near Sheridan, so why don't you give us the rundown on their players?
Yeah, so Sheridan's team, it's gonna consist of it's gonna be Tunes, Hummy, Tommy, and Eddie gonna be playing for Sheridan today. So a little bit more normal of names there.
And I actually think you looked into it beforehand. You had that information on Sheridan. And coming into this one, you said in a different league, they managed to make it to a playoffs, but it was not a long run. They went up against Illini Orange, something that CCL fans know that name. The Illini did good in the playoffs last year. So being knocked out by a squad like that, it's hard to tell if you're on the top or on the bottom. How are you feeling Sheridan is going to come through today?
I think they're going to do okay today. So I mean, if they at least have some play in tournament format, they're probably one step ahead of LU Esports at least for now. So definitely could be a good chance there. Might be already hot as well from that. You never really know, right? So and again, it's a little hard to distinguish because all these teams are fairly new teams coming into this year. But I think we could start looking maybe towards our map breakdown a little bit here as well.
Yeah, so as we take a look over to our maps for today, we're going to be kicking things off onto Garrison for the hard point. First time we have seen that map between you and me here on the CCL, following it up with Checkmate SND, Checkmate on the control, Raid for the hard point, and Raid for the SND. I am hoping this one goes deep because watching casting Raid has got to be the most entertaining thing in Cold War right now.
I think me and you have talked about it so many times. Raid is our favorite map to cast right now, especially Hardpoint. Raid Hardpoint, beautiful, so nice to watch, man. It just feels like no team is ever out of the game on that map because of how things are constantly just evolving, and you can constantly just win back spawns, get a full 60 on a hill because there's so many money hills on that map.
Yeah, and also beyond it just being our personal favorite maps to cast and to watch, I really want to see these games start going deeper, getting into the later maps. We had so many 3-0s yesterday that I'm itching to get more of that late game action. Looking at map 1, though, taking that step back to the first thing these players are going to have to go through, how do you like the strats on Garrison Hardpoint? What are you looking for?
So definitely Garrison Hardpoint. You're looking to try to control P2. That's your biggest money hill on this map. It's probably not even close. That's absolutely the number one thing that you want to control, at least off the break of this. If you don't have those spawns, you want to try to flip those spawns as fast as possible so you can get control of top comms, get control of that green side, so you can get control of bricks, so you can really lock down and get a full 60 there. Because that's the one spot. If you're able to get it held down, that's the spot you're absolutely going to get. And then maybe even P4 as well, or sorry, P3 as well. You can absolutely get a little bit of time on as well, but you really got to make sure you're anchoring down those back spawns on P3.
Yeah, and I think what's absolutely most important is if you lose P2, you gotta get over to P3. What really turns a close matchup there on the hard point into a blowout is when one man can just go through, be that route man for a squad from P2 over to P3, and all of a sudden you are getting no points as the team that's already behind. Your deficit just sinks further and further away, and there are very few good setup, good spots to get back into the game. So that is going to be very difficult for these two teams. They are really going to have to be careful about their rotations and not getting trapped, getting no points through multiple hills.
Yeah, absolutely. That's probably your most important thing in hardpoint. Even like slaying is definitely super important. And we could just see one team outslay and bully the other team right now. We really don't know. But like you said, absolutely. Hardpoint, the most important thing is you gotta be on top of your rotations, especially on a map like Garrison.
Yeah, so going into this one, I'm really going to be interested to see who comes out as the Slayers for these two squads. Obviously, these are new rosters. We haven't seen them before. New to us, maybe not new to their teams, but that just means anybody has that potential to pop off, to go crazy. I mean, you have the captains, though, and those are always the guys I'm looking for to be like, all right, a lot of pressure onto them. Here we go, though. It is now time to check it out. Let's roll over into map number 1 and see who is going to be the ones jumping forward to take control of these games. All right. But actually, I'll finish off my, there it is, getting into it. As on the top left side, you see that LU Esport Laurentian, and then on your top right, it is Sheridan. It is going to be Kilganon and Kilganon 2, so that will be just 2 for him. And early on, it is Toons getting that first kill, and LU taking control of P1. Coming in, looking at these spawns for Sheridan. They're trying to push their way in through, and it is Bridger, the first one around the corner, gets taken down, and LU actually getting melted here early on. No, it is Sheridan that is the white squad. Sorry, I got my colors backwards. Sheridan is in the white arrows and LU is in the blue.
Okay, so yeah, so Sheridan is going to be in control of this first hill right now, and they are on the good side, spawns as well. So they're just going to want to try to keep on to this, try to get a little bit more time here. But I would expect now with only 15 seconds left, at least 3 of them are going to rotate over. Player number 5 probably going to stay there. Yeah, Tommy's just about to fall there, but now they are in a good spot to try to hold on to these spawns here. It's going to be Eddie who's going to have a lot of pressure up towards this top comms area. I would expect a lot of players to try to be funneling in through there or trying to push on down through the bricks area and trying to get in through there.
Yeah, so right now, I think the main difference is just look at these slayings. Look how Eddie has picked it up so far. Hummy and Tommy right there with them. Everyone on Sheridan's side is positive, but 2 will turn the corner, find 1 for himself. Starting to get back into this is Laurentian, but it's a very difficult break onto P2. Exactly what we were talking about beforehand. They get these kills over by Bricks and have the 2-man push to come around the corner. Eddie gonna be the 1-man standing, finds the first kill for himself. 2 more to attack and going down. This could be the opening for Laurentian if they can find 1 more. Tunes is going to be the main man standing. He will eventually fall, and for the moment, LU are going to be able to get a little bit of score back in their favor.
Yeah, and I don't even think that's the worst case scenario for Sheridan. Sheridan loses out there, but they got the first 40 seconds. They're not really going to be able to contest these next 15, but look at them. They already have the rotation set up over towards this P3. It's going to be that plat hill towards the tool garage, and it's really just going to come down to Hummy in the back here. He's just going to have to try to hold on, anchor these spawns down, because he should have a big 1v1 here. He's actually going to fall to 2, so 2's going to be set up in the back, and this might be able to flip out these spawns here as well. So there we go. The kill comes in, spawns flip out, and it's going to be Sheridan who's going to have to make that long trek back across the map and trying to get back towards these spawns.
Obito going to be the first one starting to heat up for Laurentian as his squad takes control of P3, but here we go on to Kilganon around the corner, gets 1, gets 2, playing the boxes beautifully as Sheridan gets their initial push shut down, sent all the way back to their respawn. Tummy as well going to slide the corner, cleans it up, but Laurentian have closed this gap and are looking to actually have a chance of taking this lead back for themselves. The push through towards P3 is going to get shut down by 2, but around the corner, out of nowhere is Tommy, gets the double kill, knocks down the trophy system, and Sheridan stabilize here for a few moments, retaking their spawns on the right side of the map.
Sheridan going to be able to pick up those last 10 seconds of scrap time there, and now they're going to try to push on over, get control of the top comms area, as that's probably the most important area towards this next hill. But it's going to be the side of LU Esports coming out on top there. Going to get some early time. Nobody up top yet though, so we'll have to see if Hummy's able to take some control of top comms here, because that is the easier way to try to break on into it for sure, is coming in through this side of the map.
Yeah, Hummy gonna be dropping out of Tom's, gets some help from Eddie, and the kill comes through. Sheridan opens up the site, and the push in from Laurentian is gonna be coming from the middle of the map. Kilganon 2 over the tanks, answered by the trade from Tommy, who is really starting to heat up. 10 and 8 already in the game, but it is still within single digits as 1 more second passes by. So a dominating start out of Sheridan, but it has been stopped. It has been closed down by LU Esports, and it is all off of Obito playing really big in Kilganon, trying to help him out. Hummy over the top, gonna find 1. Tommy Semtex helped him out, but the trade is in. Even right now on the score, essentially, as we're looking for this rotation over to P5.
Yeah, this rotation should be really interesting, especially because player number 3 just spawned up in the back. So they're going to be spawning up towards the top and the bottom of that left side, both teams at the moment. But it looks like for these first 10 seconds or so, going to be in control of Sheridan, these spawns. And you can try to hold it from this side. I have seen a lot more teams get a lot more pressure in towards coming and holding it from the inside, trying to hold and having the team spawn out towards bricks. And we'll see if LU Esports is able to hold onto the spawn trap that they might be able to put Sheridan in.
Yeah, I got to agree with you. It's kind of interesting in that even though the spawns are a lot closer, where Sheridan is coming out of the map right now, it is easily trapped as Kilganon finds 1, can't get the second, but Obito is there for the trade. Now Eddie trying to put some work down with those Semtex as Sheridan have used their lethals to very good use thus far, have picked up a lot of kills with them, but unable to find any right there. Sheridan taking the last of the trash time here, or no, LU taking the last of the trash time here on P5, gonna turn that into P1 control as well. Bridger taken down inside of box, and right now it is Obito still controlling for his squad. Everyone on Laurentian's side heating up, and Sheridan need to find that momentum they had at the start of these.
Yeah, and what you saw Sheridan just trying to do there, they were trying to push him through top comms so that they could try to get control of bridge and get back into this hard point, because right now they're going to be stuck in a little bit of a spawn trap. Luckily for them, they do end up spawning down in that close right area, so spawns do end up flipping out for them. Not sure if that was just a mistake on the LU end or just a weird spawn that came in for the game, but they're going to end up spawning them out down towards that tools area, and now Sheridan should be in control of this map for at least a little bit here. And big fights going on off screen right now. Eddie was able to pick up 1 before falling. So that player number 1, it's going to be Killigan 2. He's in a good spot right now to try to hold on to these spawns towards the next set of rotations.
Yeah, as you get the look at the top down, you can see Eddie going to be pushing in through comms towards these two members out by P2. It's the pair of Kilganons he's going to have to go against, and let's see how good their teamwork are if it matches their names. Deciding not to go quite yet. Needs some more support from his teammates before it is sent, and Tommy around the backside gets a big kill down onto Obito. He is tied up with Hummy for the lead fragger and now takes control of that spot around the corner. Once one more, can't quite get it, but the push on the opposite side out of Sheridan is good. They take control of the hill, and Kilganon 2 stays alive. That is going to mean Laurentian still have a chance. They still have control over here to try and push in, but Hummy around the corner gets one big one. Now him and Bridger are going to go down in a 1v1. See who can secure this control. Hummy actually taking a lot of time, so this is point sticking away over towards Laurentian. Now going over the top is Eddie. He gets cleaned up. 3 men on site, and Sheridan are going to take control here for the last 15.
Bridger just did such a great job of just finessing his life. Even though he's only going 11 and 18 right now, what he just did in holding that time down for that little bit of time there is he really stopped the side of Sheridan from being able to hop on in and get a lot of that time because he was just hiding behind the back, finessing his life, getting away with it. Now we look at this set of rotations over here, and now LU Esports is set up again on this hill that they gained so much time on last time. Somebody's going to have to hop onto it. They just wasted around 10 seconds or so, but now they have a really good chance of being able to pick up some time here, barring a really good push in from Sheridan.
Yeah, trying to push in through the middle came Sheridan, but they got shut down by the Kilganons. Now from the middle, Kilganon Prime, I'll call him, gonna be pushing in behind Tooth, and Eddie holds the trigger to get the first one. Eddie going around the outside, though, finds the headshot onto Bridger and turns it into a double kill. Individual play to try and save the day for his squad. Still a 40-plus point lead for Sheridan. They have gotten back on their horses a little bit through these initial hills, but remember, this is where LU turned it around. This is where Laurentian really started to apply the gas through P3, and if they do that again here, I think they are well within room to strike and retake this lead. About 55 seconds left for Sheridan to close out this game, so that is one great hill or two good ones if they can just keep the momentum alive for Laurentian. I'm looking at Bridger. He has to start playing at the same level as the rest of his teammates.
Yeah, Bridger definitely needs to pick it up still a little bit here, but also more importantly, the side of Sheridan has a way better setup this time than they did the last time through to this hill. So they are going to be set up towards this top comms area now, just spawn trapping basically off the side. A spawn does come out through the back for LU Esports, so they're going to be able to pinch on into the hill now. It's going to be two hopping on in there. He's able to pick up one before falling himself, and it's going to be the side of Sheridan going to get knocked out of that hill now. It's going to be LU Esports back in control of it.
Yeah, Eddie doing a good job there to clear it out, but taken down around the corner. Obito lines up 2 in a row off of that XM4, and LU have 15 seconds for themselves. But this is not the time you want. You have to start setting up for this P5 control. Toons and Tommy gonna get a quick duo kill for themselves as Sheridan look to lock down this map, and up inside of comms, Tommy is still rattling through the members of LU Esports. No one has been able to answer him as he switches over to the XM4, popping left, right, and center, and Obito finally shuts the man down. Looking like a 40-point difference in favor of Sheridan. They have managed to keep that relatively the same for the last few minutes on the map. Kilganon gonna rush in, finds one, has Bridger in on the site with them, but the pinch coming through from Sheridan, and now they're really starting to threaten to win this game. 19 seconds remaining as they are in on the site. Kilganon 2 trying to find a pick, but nothing gonna be there. Eddie gonna slide the corner, find that one. Hummy coming back to support his teammates, and 10 seconds are left in. It felt like there was a chance there through the middle. It felt like Laurentian returning the game around, but in the final moments, Sheridan put on the gas, and they win map 1 250 to 191.
Wow, what a great map one to start us off here tonight. Both teams played that really, really well. It's just Sheridan got that little bit. They were just that little bit better through those more money hills, and that's really what this ended up coming down to, man. I think it was more so even that P5. It just feels like they controlled the majority of that P5 both times through.
Yeah, I really do think that was a big difference because going back and forth, it felt like P3 and P4 were looking good for Laurentian. They really couldn't figure it out on P2, but they did what we talked about. They didn't let Sheridan connect it from those two sides of the map. If that had happened, this would have been a blowout. Instead, they keep it close for a while, but they are never able to close that around 40-point gap that seemed just the impossible peak of the mountain. And because of that, Sheridan just played it clean cleanly close it out. What did you think of these players? Who were guys that like just stood out for you in that first map?
I mean, for the side of Sheridan, it had to have been. It had to have been. I'm blanking on names right now. It had
Eddie
to have been
was Eddie was coming through.
Eddie.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm so sorry. Eddie. I was blanking on names. Eddie through tools both times through was able to contest and break on in through that P3 hill and at least contest a lot of time. He got a 3-piece the first set through. The second time through he broke on in, was able to get another 2-piece, contest the time for about 10 seconds or so before they were able to get back into the hill and kill him. So I mean that 10 seconds, that could have been a 20, 15-second swing both times, and this game could have gone the other way.
Yeah, he got massive kills. He got big double kills to break sights all on his own. And then on the opposite side for Laurentian, it was kind of feast or famine between their top guy and bottom guy. Obito was doing so well. He was constantly the one man that was big positive, making those big plays. But Bridger, you're not helping your team out. You're only as strong as your weakest link, and he was definitely that role on the side of LU. I am hoping going into the SND, he's a role player. It is all about the mode, and he's going to be able to regain.
Yeah, hopefully Bridger's going to be able to have a better second map. It could have just been he was cold coming off something. He didn't seem as hot as he really could have been in that map. And I mean, he's definitely going to have to be. He was running a sub, right? Through that first, yeah. And so we're going to checkmate search and destroy. So he's going to need to be able to pick it up because that plane control, I know it's not as important in search and destroy, but it is still really important being able to get that double chow out well on offense and killing the player on defense who's in the back of the plane. The teamwork, it needs to be there, and he needs to be able to get some shots in, at least like some early shots onto these players to be able to bait for his teammates at the very least.
I got to agree. It is all about what roles can you fill. But before we get to that map, we're going to take a step back, take a quick break. When we come back, we will give you that rundown on how the SND looks over there on Checkmate. Right now, Sheridan up 1-0 on the map count and looking to get off to a good start here in the CCL 2021 season. Stick around. We'll be right back. All right, and welcome back. Hope you guys didn't miss us too bad during the short break as we are now getting it ready for map number 2. It's Checkmate on the Search and Destroy, and this is a map we have been seeing a lot over the yesterday games. I was about to say the past couple of games, but we've only had one day thus far. And so on the search here, what are your usual strategies? What do you like to see? I know inside the plane is where it really tends to pop off.
Yeah, so without snipers and without smokes, it's definitely going to be very heavily inside the plane, I would think. Interestingly enough, yesterday we saw a plant on Alpha inside the plane turn into a 1v4 clutch for the defense as well. So that was crazy to see. If you guys didn't get a chance to catch that, make sure you guys go follow the College COD Twitter so you guys can see that one. But also, yeah, you definitely are going to need to get hold of that plane so that you can try to get the bomb down in there. It's probably the better of the two sites. Like I was saying before we went to break, you're probably going to send 2 players in through there. Your 2 subs, maybe an XM4 with a sub, and you're going to double chow around the corner. You're going to throw stuns and nades to check on in. The first round, though, I would not be surprised if we don't see the offense going towards that, if we see them go towards the top side of the map, because you do not have trophies through the first round. So it could end up being a little bit different there. But it sounds like we're getting ready to load on into our game now.
Exactly what I was going to say. It is time to load in and check out how this game is looking. And personally, I agree with you. In my mind, it is you have a site you go towards and a site you only look at if everything has messed up. So it is just everything is inside the plane until nothing is left for yourself, and then only in the final moments of a round do you try and hit up over by the top of the map.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the other thing that we've seen from top map yesterday, especially, is when we see a team plant there, it seems like it's so much easier for the defense to be able to get on into there and to really get in and grab it. So then because of how easy it is to pinch on into that site with where the bomb is, because they come up through the top plane, you can have 2 players on the defense probably in that plane, because if you are planting over by that A side, you're going to have control of that, and then as they try to get on into the plane, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But here we go now, heading into this first round, and it looks like Sheridan was able to pick up that first round. with a
Yeah, Sheridan just melting through easily, coming out of it with 3 people left standing, and right here around the corner, Tunes picking up the final kill onto Obito and take control of the middle of the plane. Just like you said, you work from the inside out on so many maps, but I think Checkmate is one of the biggest one. Only Kilgannon able to find a kill there in the initial round. We gave the pressure onto Bridger to have a better performance. Let's see if he can do something better here as they come in from the attacking side.
Yeah, and it looks like we're going to see them doing a very heavy push in towards this B plane once again. No trophies still available, it looks like, so nades and stuns going to be very effective in this round here. And that just goes to how fast that first round played out. Nobody was really able to get anything loaded up there, and it was a super, super quick round. We're going to have trades going down back and forth, so we should be in a 3v3 here, and both teams still battling for plane control.
Yeah, Bridger going to peek the corner. Has to be careful about getting wall banged down as all the walls inside the plane are so thin. It is not real cover. It is just defending your body from line of sight. 2-man pressure over by the A site now for Obito. Thought for a moment he was going to make a hit over there, the top side, but instead going to try and support his teammate over here at the plane, and it is punished. Hummy ready for him with that Craig 6, knocks down the bomb carrier, and in the 2v3, suddenly Sheridan have such better position on the map. They just have to keep control onto where Obito went down, and they should be able to close out these last 25 seconds.
Yeah, you would think so, barring a possible big play here, but it's going to be Bridger who's going to end up falling. Doesn't check his right there, and so it's going to be Eddie able to pick up that kill, leaving Killigan all by himself. Now going to put this bomb down over by A, but he might not even be able to get it down. He's definitely not going to be able to get away, as Toon's going to be Hummy going to be right there to pick him up, and that's going to be the round.
Yeah, and when we're talking about Hummy coming out to a fast 4-0 start, Tunes right behind him going 2-0. Sheridan looking very, very comfortable on the SND, and that is worrying if you are an LU fan. If it turns out that Sheridan is an SND team, that you're used to losing those respawn modes first, then going into control and back into that hard point, if they can manage, will be a very difficult possibility for LU Esports. If they drop this SND right now, I am starting to really question the chance of us seeing another reverse sweep in the first 2 days of competition.
Yeah, today's match definitely. That first game looked really close, but this second game so far has looked like it's been all Sheridan through the first 2 rounds for sure. And the interesting thing that I'm seeing now coming out of the side of Sheridan is they're getting more aggressive towards this bottom side of the map. Eddie and Tommy going to be able to pick up the first 2 kills of the round, so that's going to leave LU again in a 2 versus 4, make that a 1v4 now, as they're going to leave Killigan 2 all by himself here, and he's already got his position spotted. Toon's going to hop around the corner. He's going to fall to him, but he should be cleaned up very shortly. And that's going to be Sheridan picking up another round win there. The thing that teams need to... Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
The things that teams really need to be trying to do here is, if you don't have that equipment to be able to push on into the plane, you really need to take chances without having smokes and without having snipers to try to get those first bloods on offense.
Yeah, because right now it is just a slaying difference. Sheridan, you mentioned how aggressive they got. It looks like they are losing respect for their opponents and just rushing out here trying to take any fight that they can find. And do you really blame them? I mean, Bridger and Obito are both right now 0 kills on the site. They do have 2 AK-74s for the side of LU Esports, so looking to take control of the inside of the plane, looking to get aggressive. But here it is again, Tommy and Eddie, an initial double kill to kick it off. How about one more onto Obito? And LU are at risk of getting clean swept here in this round. It is gonna come through. Sheridan just steamrolling through them like a snowball rolling down a hill. I'm starting to question if they're gonna be possible to get stopped.
This is gonna come all down to Slane right now. So we saw it in the first map. Slane was definitely a little bit in the side of Humber's way, but because it was such a map where rotations come into such a big factor, this map, in the other hand, it's all gunfights right now. That's all you're going to get out of this map, especially because strategy, once they took the smokes and the snipers out, strategy has really been thrown to the wind right now. They don't really know what to do. You don't really have your set strategies. So I'm assuming that's right now why LU Esports is struggling so hard. We're going to see Tunes It looks like Toons and Hummy going to be trying to get aggressive from Sheridan here, pushing on. Oh, sorry, Toons and Eddie once again going to be getting aggressive here, pushing on through the bottom of this plane, and we'll see if they try to do something that they tried to do again last round. But there are going to be 3 players for the side of LU Esports set up down towards that bottom right.
Yeah, I mean, for Laurentian, I kind of hate that, though. They're trying to take those fights where Sheridan has really put it on them in the last 2 rounds. I want them to get inside the planes, get behind cover, take close angles behind walls, and hope to catch Sheridan out when they are a little bit lacking. 3 of the members have 4 kills already, and they take a free plant right out under the nose of LU. Bridger going to be the first one man in position to challenge, and Eddie right around the corner from him. There they come. Eddie, the one holding it more patient, gets that initial kill. And in the 4v3, everything is in favor of Sheridan here. Hummy will go down to Kilganon, so maybe a little bit of a chance here, as for the first time in a while, LU are actually even on this man differential. 2 gonna find the kill onto Eddie as well, so we're left in a 2v2 here, but the bomb timer taken away quickly. Only 25 seconds left remaining as Tommy goes down. 1v2, and it's all down to Toons. A chance now for Laurentian to get off of this goose egg and avoid getting clean swept. Timer tick taken away around the backside, just finds that last shot as Kilganon goes down, and Kilganon 2 will have to chase him. He has run out of time. If he had just stuck the defuse, it could have happened. Instead, hunts for the kill, and Sheridan come out on top.
Yeah, I feel like in that 1v2 situation, Kilgan and Kilgan 2 were playing really good there. They took the 2v4 base, or got the first 2 kills of the round, got the 3rd kill as well. I was about to make a mention about them if they were able to clutch that up. But I think when you get towards that end, you're in a 2v1, time's starting to run out. You really just got to trust your teammate to watch over you and get the kill from you. I feel like they played that way too separate.
And I mean, right now, Cruz, did I pass out for a second? It's already map point. Sheridan there, just on the brink of clean sweeping Laurentian, and 2 of the members still sporting goose eggs. I need to see Bridger and Obito come out hot right now. Looks like it is going to be a play right through the middle of the map for those 2, as 2 gets the first hit shot down onto Toons. Control of the center of the plane taken, but underneath is where Sheridan are really putting all their cards. The bomb site's wide open. They can go for this plant. Sheridan are not looking to defend that. They're looking to get some kills, looking to get some retakes right now down in the man differential.
Yeah, the big issue is right here, though, is if once they put this bomb down, I'm expecting to see Sheridan hop up through these top wings and trying to push on into the hill where they do not have a lot of people. Player number 5 and 6 are pretty far away from that bomb site, so it's only going to be player 8 who's on the inside there. It's going to be Orbito having to hold on in. Kilgan's going to fall on the outside as well, and Kilgan 2 going to be able to pick up one as well, so it's going to be a 2 versus 2 now.
All of a sudden, we're left in the 1v1, though. Obito versus Hummy with time ticking down. Obito trying to rush back in, defend the site, and he sees it's wide open. Now Hummy right behind him. His only chance is to try and ninja it. He is out of time, out of mind. I think LU will indeed get 1 round off of the goose egg and avoid getting clean swept here. Now the question becomes, do they have 5 more in a row for themselves?
I mean, if we see a full sale here, I think this would be the most surprising full sale I've ever seen in my life.
I'd have to agree with you. I mean, with the way Sheridan have been dominating up until this point, it felt like they were just not going to get slowed down. But good job by LU taking what was really gifted to them, the inside of the plane, and just holding out until time became a big factor.
I will say, if they want to get that full sale, it's definitely going to be Bridger needs to pick it up. Still 0-6, had a rough first game, having an even rougher second game. Going to be a 1-for-1 trade inside the plane here. Bridger, you're set up outside. Oh no, Eddie pushing around the corner. Going to be able to pick up another kill. He was ready for the fight, still wasn't able to get off the goose egg for himself there. And now we're going to be left in a 3 versus 2 for Sheridan.
3v2 left standing as Sheridan have avoided putting the bomb down quite yet. They gave up on that B site and are going to commit by A. Like I said earlier, it's something you don't commit to early. It's where you rotate later. And as Kilganon goes down, the 3v1 is just a huge game changer. Obito, he did so well map number 1. Can he do it in the clutch here again? Might have gotten spotted on the cross, so Eddie should be ready. Peeks the top of the stairs, and there you go, 6-1 for the SND.
Yeah, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I really think right now it's the SMGs on the side of Sheridan that are just really taking over this game right now. Eddie and can't remember the other player's name right now. I'm so bad with names sometimes.
I mean, everyone on the side of Sheridan is popping out. At one point, they had 3 members
That's
on
true.
4 kill streaks. It was a big difference there. And even though Laurentian did do a good job kind of stabilizing there and a few different points, they had the rounds going to 1v1s. It reminds me a lot of the matchup we saw yesterday with Cal Berkeley versus Northridge. Those coin flip rounds continuing to go to the team that's just a bit better in the clutch.
Yeah, and so the other player I was thinking, it was Eddie and Tunes that have just been absolutely running. They ran control through that entire bottom of the plane there. I know we're going back to control now for game 3, and it's going to be on checkmate again. You got to get that top plane control. And I right now, man, I just don't see it happening for the side of LU. It just I don't want to get them down, but it just doesn't feel like the slaying power is there with their 4th.
What I do got to say, though, is they looked much better on the respawn mode than the SND. The guns were just completely different. So going to the same map, new mode, I will expect things to change. I am not expecting a 3-0 clean sweep, but my heart of hearts is telling me 3-1 in favor of Sheridan. The key is definitely going to be, I think, take control of the middle of the plane, as you said. That is just the everything for checkmate. But specifically for LU Esports, if you get in firefights on those wide open sections either side of the plane, you have to find your shots. They got ran through in a couple rounds there on the SND, just over down below the wings. No cover, pure aim battle. They couldn't find their kills. You got to crisp it up here going into this control.
Yeah, if you're going to win this control right now, you need to do 2 things. You need top plane control, and you need to kill off spawn. That's your recipe for success on this map. And if you're able to do it, you're able to absolutely run control. You really need to control the pace of the game on this map, especially more so than any other control map, I think, because how fast you can stack on these maps on offense now, it just really comes down to that, getting first control.
Yeah, and I did like on Checkmate yesterday, we saw a very interesting mix of strategies, especially from the attacking side. Sometimes it was make a very big hit over by B, drag the attention of the defenders down beneath the plane, and then let someone sneak by to get A control at the same time. I believe it was the Iowa UNI matchup where they almost had UNI got nearly both all of B and all of A at the same time. They got 2 tabs of control on each site using that strategy. But what's usually done, what's much more common, is commit over by A, get that one locked up first so you have more time to work through, and then decide what you want to do over by B. Do you like that, or do you want to see teams kind of mix it up more from the attacking side especially?
So I mean, yesterday we saw the attacking side actually going towards B, and it was working out quite well for them. They were getting top plane control, and then just everybody was pushing down, stacking onto B, getting a tick or 2 ready to go on into there. And we are loading on into map number 3 already. It's going to be LU Esports down 0-2, trying to make the comeback here.
Yeah, another chance at a reverse sweep, and we have seen multiple times here on the Bravo stream that some teams are just control focused. Hummy and Tommy just gonna say that's not the case here. We are straight up better, as Sheridan already coming out to a hot start by answered by 2 quick kills the other way. Laurentian now from the attacking side are in danger of getting spawn trapped here if Tommy picks up that kill, but Kilgan on 2 does a good job slowing him down, pushing it back out. A site open here, but top plane, the place we continue to speak about, completely under control of the white arrows.
I'm so sorry, my side is like not working.
Yeah, so right now it will be Kilgan on 2 up top, taking that kill down onto Tommy, and Tunes gets sprayed down by 2 as well. Starting to heat up is the second version of Kilgan on, as he already has himself up at 3-2, right behind his teammate 4-2 for Kilgan on Prime. Gonna be pushing it underneath the wing, see if he can spot anybody out, but no full tab of control gained right now for LU as they are pushing in yet again. Tommy and Tunes find themselves the TNT double kill, answered by 2 kills the other direction, and as time starts ticking down, I am worried about LU's ability to find control on any of these sites. Kilgan on 2 coming around the corner as I have got to take control on my own as he is holding his own over there by A. I feel you, my man, but it might not be enough as the pinch about to be coming through from Sheridan. Around the backside is Tommy. Finds a big firefight for himself, but immediately traded back. Eddie was the one that actually found 2 kills out of it all, and now Kilgan in on site gonna fall to Tunes. Everything is going down here at the A side. It is all or nothing for LU Esports. But as I say that, Obito has actually slipped his way down to beneath the plane in there. Less than or actually 5.4 seconds left for the side of LU to hold on to it, and they get that tab of control over by B. Tune's gonna try and hunt him down, find that kill, but on the opposite side it is contested. Now it gets completely cleaned off, but Kilgan 2 rushes on in. Just so much grit and determination out of Laurentian right now as they refuse to give up, and the more they waste this time, you start thinking about respawns getting into the game. First tab of control found, second tab of control found now over by A as Laurentian have 2 men on, and Tunes is going to provide the cover. Eddie around the corner to pinch on at the same moment, but B gets capped up now. They are just going back and forth, refusing to die. Finally, they are pushed out, and we're left with 1.5 seconds left on the clock. Turnaround shot not there for Obito, but Kilgan 2 comes in. Tiamati in hand, gets a big kill. 0.0 seconds on the clock, and finally, Sheridan put the stake through the heart, and Laurentian will go down in round 1. Just refusing to die there at the end.
Sheridan really looked like they were giving it their all there. I was here. I was able to watch a little bit, but unfortunately my side a little bit fuzzy for me here. So hopefully we'll be able to get this loaded up for round number 2 here. And it looks like I'm going to be able to see here, thankfully. So Sheridan able to pick up that round 1. It was a nice little clean win there for them. Not the cleanest by any means, but they were able to close it off towards the end.
You got to give credit to how Laurentian were holding on there in the final moments. I mean, it was 0.0 seconds on the clock, and they were still fighting for A. If they had capped the point at that point, I would have just lost it completely. Lost full. Now, though, into round number 2, Sheridan from the attacking side get off to an Eddie triple kill, and they look to take early control of B.
Yeah, they're trying to get control of this middle of the map, trying to get control of B, and it looks like they've already got a tick in, working on that second ticket, and LU Esports is going to have to push over to this very, very quickly here. Second tick going to come in now, so Eddie still underneath that plane, going to be able to drop another one before falling, so it looks like right now LU Esports was able to control that, get a little bit of map positioning back, and now they're going to try to get on the attack here. Even though those 2 ticks come in, this is still very doable for them to win this without them being able to get that B tick.
Yeah, getting a little aggressive, and already you see Kilgan is coming through. He hasn't really dominated in any of the maps so far, but 13-9 for his side. Opposite, though, Sheridan still 3 members up into the double digits and positive. Tunes, the one man trying to catch up, slide around the corner, cleaned up in a 2-for-2 trade, and the extended goes in favor of Sheridan as they now should have control to make a play by B. Only man defending is Kilgan 2 on this cross. Finds the shots onto Eddie, but cannot completely clear off control as the contest comes through off these respawns. Laurentian over the top, gonna find 1, 2, and 3, clear it off, and try to clear that control, staying alive. Sheridan now down 2 respawns, and with only 30 seconds remaining, really feeling the pressure from this attacking side.
Yeah, LU Esports, they are doing a much better job here on defense than what we saw on their offense there. They had no quit in the offense, but they are in control right now. And that's exactly what you want to see out of a defense on checkmate. Something, honestly, I didn't think they were going to fully be able to get on into with how we saw them in that second map, but they have definitely turned things around here towards the second round. But it's going to be the side of Sheridan now trying to hop on into the hill, but we got to take a look at those respawns. 4 respawn lead for LU Esports, and that time runs out. I'm sorry, I couldn't really fully see that.
I mean, the time just ticks away. It sneaks up on you a lot of the time.
It really did. It did sneak up on me.
So many times I'm looking at the respawns ticking down. I'm like, this is so close. Here's what the lead is looking like. And then boom, poof, it's gone. It is the timer getting out of hand. And even though it was definitely in focus round 1, as LU were just barely holding on to that string, Sheridan getting forced off of the B spawns, everyone back to their respawn, can do nothing but watch the final moments run away from them. Now heading into round number 3, do you think that Laurentian have it in them to actually take this game in their favor and take it all the way to a map 4?
They need to. They need to. Like, they have no choice. So they got to go for it right now. It's really now or never for them. And it's going to be Sheridan already taking control of that top lane and already trying to put Sheridan into a tough spot here. And Sheridan's going to be able to hop onto A for a little bit here, starting to get a little bit of control, trying to get that tick up. But it's going to be the side of Sheridan coming in, picking up 3 kills, and now they're going to put them in that spawn trap, and they're going to try to be picking these guys off spawn.
Yeah, Kilkanon 2 actually going to loop back around to meet up with his teammates as the main Kilkanon through the center gets taken down by Tommy. Next man up is going to still be falling. Tommy with the double kill, but gets wallbanged down to answer on that trade. Eddie, the next man, has 5 kills on this life. Wants to continue adding, hope to get 6, 7, even more, but is kind of stuck in the backside trying to find someone off the spawn. They know he is there, going to find himself in a 2v1 very soon if he can't get back to a more advantageous position around the corner. Re-challenges Eddie with his 6th kill of the life. Eddie with 1 more. The double right there back in spawns. Laurentian cannot kill this man. He's up to 20 and 12 and is solo just breaking the minds of LU here. You can't feel safe when there's someone creeping back in your spawns like this.
No, only 16 seconds left. They're going to have to try to get onto this. It looks like because they're contesting A right now, time's going to stop for just a very little bit. But as player number 4 there, top lane, it's like he's going to try to make the play in through A now, going to try to push on through the back. He's going to be able to kill player number 6 there, going to be able to get onto the hill. So time is going to stop again, but they are going to have to get this hill and get this hill now. This is looking a lot like round number 1.
And he's still on a streak, though. Finally shut down by his own teammate, but I saw it hit double digits there in the end. He is the man, myth, and legend of round number 3 here on Control. And of all of his beautiful play of the game possibilities, we get to the very final moments here, still hunting through the spawns, finds 1 and 2, and even gets the 3rd before Tommy is like, cool down, man. You're too hot. You need to get sent back to respawn.
Yeah, man.
This game's still going. We are heading into round number 4, and LU, they are in the position to take it from the defensive side. Defense has been looking very strong. Sheridan especially, I think, have been looking worse on the attacking side than Laurentian.
I think if Sheridan want to win this offense, I think they got to go for A. They got to try to go and try to get A first. And it looks like that's kind of what they're trying to do here. They're trying to get this top plane control. It's going to be Toons and Eddie up top, trying to get in control of this. And they're going to be able to do it. They're going to be able to get 2 players up top there. Hummy, going to slide on into the hill. He's going to be able to start ticking onto this A, but he's going to push up, trying to go for these respawn kills now. He's going to be able to pick up 1. He falls, but Tommy going to be right there for his trade, and he's going to be inside this A hill now, trying to take up a little bit of time here. These fights inside the plane are going to become so important.
Yeah, right now we got eyes onto Tommy around the outside. Gonna get head down by Bridger, but immediately traded back. Eddie with the double piece for himself. 27 and 12, the man. I have been waiting for someone to come through and take control of these games, and I think we have finally found the main man slayer for Sheridan. Tommy is still right behind him, and Toons doing his rolls through the middle of the map. Gonna try and find someone over the top of the plane wings, but you saw right there the 3-man stack onto the A site. We will finally see one of these control points get fully capped up, and Eddie starting to control down over by B. Time running out now for LU Esports, down 6 respawns, running out of control. They have to make a big, clean team wipe to really have a chance of getting back into this game.
Yeah, they're down 6 in respawns as well. Unfortunate timing for Tommy there as he's going to fall, but it's going to be Toons up top. He's going to be able to clean up 1. Can't get the second one onto Orbito, but this is looking really good for the side of LU Esports. They're going to get that second tick of progress in. I don't know why you hop off of it. Try to stay on this hill right now. But Tommy going to be able to pick up the trade there. It's just going to be Bridger inside the kill. Probably his most important kill of the entire game so far as he keeps the series alive for LU Esports there and resets that tick.
Problem for Laurentian, though, is they can no longer rely on that timer. Still over a minute and a half in their favor. 2 gonna find 1, but immediately traded in return. So as these kills go back and forth, it at least keeps Laurentian in control of the middle of the map. But big shots right there to knock down Kilkanon is gonna leave Kilkanon 2 alone underneath. Rest of his teammates trying to respawn and attack from the top side of the map where A used to be. And 2 around the corner knocks down Eddie. Good hold right now, and we're down to only a 2 respawn difference, slowly but surely clawing their way back into this game are LU Esports, and they just need these Kilganons to continue slaying out like they have thus far. Obito has fallen off, Bridger has never gotten on, but they are staying in this game. Never mind, Bridger, you find it when it matters most. Big double kill, and control underneath the plane stays in LU's favor. Only a 2 respawn difference, time ticking down as Eddie looks to make another highlight play.
Yeah, Eddie, oh, he's going to fall, though. Sitting at 31-17, he is having such a good game right now, and it's going to be Tunes on inside this hill. He's going to fall as well, though, so it's going to be a 1v1 for the hill now. Hummy going to fall as well, so that's going to give control back to LU Esports, and it's going to be the side of Sheridan having to push on out, try to get some control of this, as they're going to be able to hop on in now. Tommy and Eddie going so huge for the squad. Again, it's going to be Tunes cleaning up another one underneath, and he's got to try to hop onto this. Stop this time, try to hold on. No respawns remaining. It's going to be a 4-3 life lead for the side of Sheridan.
Yeah, 3v4 in the final moments. We're effectively playing search and destroy now. Sheridan up inside the plane has Eddie, but if he gets taken down around this corner, turnaround shot into Kilganon 2 does not land, and the timer ticking away. Pressure in multiple directions for both of these teams. Every single win condition still in the side of either side, and there goes a big double kill out of Tunes. Kilganon 2, last one standing, and he is not close enough. Sheridan will close it out, and they will win map number 3, 3-1.
Wow, that last round was down to the wire. I think that's about as down to the wire as you really can get in a control, except for maybe that 0:00 clock that got stopped for shifting them the other day during the challengers. But damn, that was such a really close map, man.
Yeah, I mean, in those final moments, it's 3v4. You only need one more tab of control for the attack, and you only need to waste 15 more seconds for the defense. Every single win condition was in its final moments. There was no way of telling how that game might end, and it is, again, a big double kill coming out of the side of Sheridan. They turn it from a 3v4 into a 1v4 and completely take control of the bottom wing. I like the aggression out of LU. If you find those kills, you basically secure yourself the round, but it's just so risky no matter what you do there in the final moments.
Yeah, and I don't fully like the push out from the player that was top. I forget who it was now, just looking back. The last player that was left alive for LU, he kind of sat up towards those top crates for a long time, man. I feel like if he was able to set up a pinch with his teammates, push on through from that bottom, but he kept just trying to play that head glitch and take shots in from there. I feel like you got to move up, get aggressive there. If he does, maybe they can full in, get those last couple of kills and win that round, possibly force another round. And they might have had the defense there. The kills were really, really close.
Yeah, Kilkanon 2 is the one at the top of the map there in the final moments. And I think if he plays that pinch a little bit more aggressive when that call finally comes through, that would also have helped him out. And you saw at the final moments, his 2 teammates go down and he's just running away from the cargo crates, nowhere close enough to contest the site, can't get any shots onto anyone. You have to understand, this is no longer your set up waiting for respawns or you are just taking control of the middle of the map. It is now or never. Find a firefight anywhere and win it. That is how you can take control of games that close at the end.
But I don't think that we can do anything in this series without talking about Eddie.
No, Eddie just went off, especially the final map.
Eddie was the game changer in that entire series. Like, I feel like maybe even without Eddie, Sheridan looked really good. But without Eddie, I don't think they would have been able to win these maps in the fashion that they were able to. The kills he got in that garrison to swing that map in their way, the checkmate was a blowout. We can't really fully talk about that, but he still played very well in that, was able to get mid-map control through the bottom of the plane multiple rounds. And then we go into that control. What did you say he went on a 10, 11 streak, something like that?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, it was an 11 kill streak in rounds number 3. The only reason it got shut down was his own teammate threw a Semtex over the top. I mean, he was tearing through, and you can't even think of playing from the attacking side when one guy is getting you killed fresh off the respawn over and over again. Eddie, I'll give him the MVP for this one. He came through massive.
Absolutely. Eddie, good on you, man. And you're going to have to keep that high level of play up all season long, man, because if you do, Sheridan, you guys might be a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah, there are a lot of good teams. There is a lot of competition still to come here in the CCL 2021, but this will wrap up our coverage for the first game here on Bravo. Coming up next is going to be a small break from the live casting here. We will give you a live feed into what the Alpha channel is going down, and then a bit later at, I believe, 11 Eastern, we got our good buddies on the casting desk, Cambert and Keg, coming in to cover in the final matchup of the evening. My name's been Morgan Dunn. I've been joined by the wonderful crews. My camera's flipped backwards. And I just want to thank everyone for tuning in. Shout out again to everyone that continues to make the CCL run so smoothly. And stick around. We will be right back.